put out of commission. Furthermore, one cargo container serial number was stolen along with its contents. Take that as well.
Let us walk this path to the end.
Rank 5 functionary. Cold Traitor? Okay. Bureaucrat, guard. What dis? Now is our time, not theirs. Go to their homes, drag them out of their beds, carve their bodies like carcasses at the slaughterhouse. The Imperial Navy, their names mean nothing. Tomorrow, seize... Okay, whatever. Empty, and the looks of it was not moved in a while. Wow, could you imagine, dude? Being chained up just to open a fucking door, man.
The Divine watches over us!
Pilgrim? What these? Then his angels, they use their swords to carve a majestic statue out of the asteroid. It's pretty good.
I rise above hardships.
Central spot is given to Druid Saint from the neighboring Calixa sector, who's why. Okay, cool. Trying to see all the things. Okay, it's the same thing. Rusted. Pass through Imperial Customs. Rotted away. Isn't that lovely? Like all of your life to save up enough to get that shit, and then it just sits and rots on a dock. Yep. That's how it's done in the Imperium, boys. Remember that. Alright, I think we're about done, actually. Okay, I know where we're going. That's the bar. Alright. Let's hit it. Okay, let's go to the atrium. We need to go see the liege, I'm sure.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect just stuff to be just laying around. Damn, look at that. Fireproof cape.
I am forever astonished that Reverend Hieronymus makes do with that shoebox of a chapel in the atrium for his sermons. Footfall has several temples, far more befitting his status.
The Drusians are a unique order. They teach people to be content with little, and they follow that principle themselves.
Okay. Making sure I don't miss anything. That's cool, that's what that is. Him on Terra. Okay, we don't know what that's all about, but I'll take it. Is that vomit? Punish the enemies of humanity. Yeah, we're gonna go over there in just a second.
Stay faithful, and you will be rewarded.
Oh, hell yeah. Whenever an ally under the effect of Voice of Command ability makes an attack during an extra turn, that attack deals 9% damage. Great sword. Aw, womp womp. Yep, womp womp. That's okay though. It's only extra damage when Voice of Command is used on them. That's cool though. What the hell?
It should be.
Carved into the victim's shoulder blades. Interesting. So yeah, essentially what's going on here is I'm gonna have to go kill some fucking assholes. That's basically what's going on. Those are the guys that attacked me, so I'm sure it'll be well deserved. Alright, what does that say? Force of nature.
Know your duty.
Yeah, and if I find out where you are, I'll kill every last one of you. Mine. Alright, here we go. Do not obstruct servo skulls, damaging. Sacrilege. Dreadful Xenos. That an Eldari? Here we go. Carnival Barker. The young man is clearly making every effort to look dapper. His fashionable clothes are practically new, and his hair is well groomed. What ruins this impression is his poorly scrubbed off oil stains from his leaky implant and the fit of his jacket, which was clearly made for someone else. Come one, come all. See for yourself the best collection of Xenos on footfall. What kind of collection is this? Dangerous, vicious, ruthless Xeno beasts, caught red-handed as they were attempting to commit evil against the Imperium, but now they're harmless. Our cages can withstand their rage, but wouldn't recommend getting too close. Ha 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 ha. Lore succeeded. Wow, look at that. Those aren't Xenos, they're mutants. And you along with them? Oh my. Let's just do this one. They're mutants in makeup. The man smiles dims, but only for a moment. Not Xenos, you say? I'm sure there must be some mistake. I will check the shipping list myself, rest assured. His words are oozing with greenish-yellow hues. I don't think the promise will be kept. Such entertainment is lucrative precisely because billions of Imperium subjects have never encountered a Xenos in their life. Ignorance and curiosity create colossal demand. That's what I was taught. And I can see the lesson was truthful. I mean, you know what I see? Heresy. And these exhibits must burn, and you along with them. Wait, please! And nobody seems to care. Okay, then. We're just going to mosey on. What I want to know is how they're able to put up these signs without anybody noticing. Oh, nice. Look, we got 2 of these. Shoddy looking weapons, questionable parts. Didn't Harris see none of that coming? Yeah, I know, right? Shopkeeper, huh? I'm assuming I can't buy anything. The buzzing crowd is closed in on several harried-looking individuals. Some of their faces are smeared with fresh blood. Angry cries and twisted faces leave no doubt. A massacre is about to take place. I did not expect... I actually thought that was going to be a fight, where I was going to have to, like, fight guards and shit, too, because I'm incognito and nobody knows who I actually am. But no! Nobody seemed to care. Instigator. Just cut their throats already. What were they thinking, letting this ship dock at footfall? They're all stricken! No, no cutting. We get their blood on us. We'll be tainted too. Who the fuck are they talking about? Some of them? Armenius Dorsil. Be quiet, you scoundrel. A priest clad in... Simple black raiment cuts through the crowd like a void ship crossing the sky. You dare pass judgment on others? What arrogance to think you have the right. Nice. Argentia starts at the sight of the priest. That's Reverend Harmonious. I'm surprised he decided to intervene in a street squabble. What's going on here? Several dozen gazes bore into you. Who are you supposed to be? A concerned citizen, an armed one, and I suggest you think well before giving me lip. The rabble-rouser gives you an appraising look. Yeah, you've got a point there. I wonder if you could back it up. Bro. I have a fucking tech priest! Do you see this guy in fucking, like, gigantic armor with a fucking two-handed sword? And the crazy bitch in leather armor with the other giant two-handed sword? It's The Witcher all over again. Like you don't have fucking eyeballs. Oh, how about the crazy religious bitch with a fucking bolter? Silence! You must be completely out of your minds. A band of woefully dim-witted retrobates who think themselves bringers of justice? Who are you to pass judgment on anyone? All of you ought to be doing is suffering and repenting till the end of your days. I like this guy. And what's so wrong with that, Reverend? We just want to put these heretics to death. Okay, I mean, as someone who literally just put heretics to death, I can sympathize. I can absolutely sympathize. Refugee. We're not heretics, the haggard man on the verge of tears. We're refugees. I swear upon the golden throne, we served the emperor faithfully until they hung us out to dry. We were the protectors that were meant to shield the lands of humanity from nightmares. Traitors! Traitors and heretics, the lot of them! Wait, did he just do what I think he did? A murmur runs through the crowd. The people gawk at you, at the priest, at the wretched group huddling in the center. How tiring. The motley sea of colors that fills this restless crowd is hard on the eyes. So many hues, but most of them are acid yellow streaks of fear. Their red buds swelling, ready to burst and paint all who are gathered here. Cassia looks at the crowd of troublemakers warily, and they shudder at the very sight of her. I bet the fuck they do. Oh yeah, and I've got the fucking mutant witch. Hello? Hello? Can you back it up? Fuck, man. As for the hearts of those who have been forced to defend themselves, they are shrouded in purplish black grief. But their words are as transparent as ice that lies at the top of a glacier. But commoners are always deaf to other suffering. For such is their nature. Interfering in these affairs is hardly worthy of you or me, Hope. I don't like any of these. So, we served the Imperium faithfully until they hung us out to dry. We were the protectors that were meant to shield. Where were? Okay. So basically, they're bad-mouthing the Imperium. Or... who's they? Let's do number one. Those are some serious accusations you're spouting. I hope you have proof to back them up. What proof do I need? The man shouts. Kiva Gamma used to be a prosperous world. My family transported goods there for generations. And then they came. They butchered, tortured, and sacrificed entire blocks to the darkness. Oh. They've been exposed to chaos. Well. We were on our ships up in orbit, and all the messages started coming in. Half the wardens down there joined them right away, and they even reached us. In our ship with some blight that made half the crew take their own lives. We barely escaped. We barely made it here. Why? Why did this happen to us? I wonder what all this is about. Is our planet really under attack? Or did some devious opportunist send these slanderers here to undermine the might of the Von Valentius dynasty? Who could it be? Alright. Coercion. We're going to do this one. All onlookers are to return to their homes immediately. The refugees can go to the dock at Alpha Row. I will speak to you later. Comply or face consequences. Succeed! The rabble-rousers look at you morosely. I don't get what the trouble is over this lot. Bam. The refugees use their interruption to make off in the direction of Dock Alpha Row. There you go. So I didn't see the reason to talk to them, but if that's technically my planet, then that would be the reason, right? The arrogance and self-righteousness of a malefactor. The priest shakes his head disapprovingly, and his eyes shift to you. I am Reverend Harmonious Dorsolo, head of the Drusian mission here on Footfall. I thank you for stepping in. Please come to see me when you have the time. We can talk. Lovely. I guess we just go now, yeah? I don't see a reason not to. Is it the same? Stage. Gentleman, the legendary rogue trader who founded Footfall. What is that? The sight of the cogitator would be enough to break the test priest's heart. The machine is leaning slightly to one side, grimy and covered in scrawled drawings, with frivolous writing scratched here and there on the casing. Several keys are missing, and the rest are coated with dust. Pascal's respirator lets out a mournful hiss before he says grimly, "The right of operation has been repeatedly and blasphemy violated. Requesting the identification and punishment of the deplorable acolyte entrusted with caring for the spirit of this machine." Looks like he could save it. After a series of creaks and groans, the cogitator's dusty screen lights up. There on it are several lines of text, section headings. Praise the Omnissiah.
And pass the ammo.
Right on, buddy. The machine spirit of the cogitator is aggrieved but willing to serve. Accompanied by the crackling of binaric prayer, Pascal's minute instructs gently place a couple of keys lying on the floor back into place. Welcome. Screen flickers a few times before revealing to the world a text in low Gothic. In the name of the founder of Footfall Station, conqueror of the stars, builder of outposts, the noblest rogue trader, Parsumius Dewin, and on behalf of all of his descendants, I welcome you. This cogitator was installed in order on the order of the illustrious Parsumus, so that the needy may tap into the flow of wisdom. Cast your eyes upon the list of sections and choose what you wish to know. Parsumus Dewin? I've never heard of such a rogue trader house. Lord Captain Parsumius Dewin was one of the trailblazers of the Kronos Expanse, and the station's founder. I read about his great deeds. Lord Dewin was once a colonial of the Astra Militarum, but, by his will, later inherited a warrant. He accumulated enough power to gather a small fleet of loyal allies and venture out to conquer the Kronos Expanse. They say Footfall was meant to be his personal palace world, but the construction dragged on for decades, and Lord Parsumus eventually died of old age. His enemies instantly tore Footfall to pieces and turned it into a bastion of humanity we know today. One that is full of bandits, privateers, hustlers, and rogue traders. Pleased with herself, Cassia nods slightly to let everyone know that the lecture is over. Okay, I guess we'll just quickly... Tends to conquer. The spirit of the machine is enraged and will perform function. I want to see it. The profaners. Okay. Normally I'd read it all, but I'm just like, ugh.
The machine god grants me insight.
And
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
nothing down there. That isn't where I came in, is it? Just another place to exit? Arrest of Footfall, okay. Alright, let's go holler at the priest. Thanks for holding those for me, appreciate that. Harmonious Dorsolo, the man with a face drawn so it appears to be made of nothing but skin and bone, fixes with unblinking bird-like eyes on you. The priest's simple black clothes have next to no adornments, as they do nothing to mask the unhealthy gauntness. In a cracked voice he says, "The Emperor protects." No adornments, huh? Bow your head and say nothing. His gaze bores into you as if trying to penetrate your thoughts. And you must be the young von Valentius. That name carries weight, and it is a burdensome one, for its reputation suggests that Theodora encumbered it with many a transgression. I wonder, will you seek to shed them, or will you carry them onward, picking them along the way like ripe fruit, savoring their sweet poison? Oh, yes. Huh. Have no doubt about me, I'm a complete retrograde. And an inveterate miscreant? What the fuck does that mean? Whose existence is an affront to the Emperor. That's interesting. Let's see. Veterate. An abject is an adjective that describes nothing, something firmly established over a long period. Long standing. Okay. Old. Inveterate. Okay, cool. So miscreant. So a long established miscreant whose existence is an affront. Okay. Make the sign of the Holy Aquila. I put my faith in the Emperor. Nice. It actually does it. Very cool. I love it. Lovely, baby. Lovely. Persuasion test succeeded. He gives you a scrutinizing look and then his tone softens. Well, then be twice as diligent, for this sector will seize any chance to test your faith. No shit, right? He looks at Argentia, who is standing nearby, and his voice softens slightly. Greetings, sister. I congratulate you on your return. Was your pilgrimage fruitful? Was, Reverend. Excuse me, boys. The wife called. We're back. Sorry about that. The great and powerful waifu needed to converse with me for just a moment. So, for Argentia, it was, Reverend. Let it be known to you that Theodora von Valentia's ship was attacked by servants of the archenemy. That's right. Who appall the heart of any righteous soul, she says, nearly hissing with fury. And not all of them met a fitting end. Some fled, and more than that. Their blasphemous words clearly pointed to an attack being part of a larger design. Okay. There we go. I needed to stand, man. That shit was killing me. Sitting for too long, man. I sat for most of my stream yesterday, so. And it was a larger design. Aurora was a goddamn chaos space marine. She got her ass whooped, though. Or he got his ass whooped, I guess I should say. Reverend Harmonious. I wish to join the esteemed Rogue Trader's crew and help protect the Von Valentius dynasty from the forces of the archenemy. I am divesting myself of the responsibility of guarding the Footfall Reliquary. Wow. Wow. I'm certainly not going to say that. Or that. I mean, what's just an asshole thing to say, you know what I'm saying? Sister Argentina stood by my side during the assault on the ship. And I wish I could say and afterwards. And I could use her assistance going forward, yeah. Follow the call of your soul, sister. The Footfall Reliquary will be preserved even without your contribution, as it was all these years preceding your arrival. He smiles sadly. I know what it is that calls you to follow the Rogue Trader, Sister Argentia. You seek combat, for it helps you to forget how hollow and worthless our lives truly are. It offers the illusion of meaning. Perhaps you will relinquish this illusion one day, or perhaps you will die before that day comes. Regardless, I wish you luck on your new path. Fairly well said, not gonna lie. It happens, you know what I mean? But before you start your path toward your new destiny, I have a request to make of you and your companion. Many among my flock are from the poorest and most dispossessed people on Footfall. They brought me troubling news from Footfall Shadow Quarters. In the darkest corners where the liege wardens do not venture, taint has taken root. Taint, you say? Footfall is consumed by profanity, but even here, true heresy serving the archenemy is a rarity. The cult, I assuming, yeah. The cultists who now dwell in the shadow quarters mock their abodes with the sun inscribed with the blue and gold, and perform strange rituals in secret. The weak find solace in believing these reports to be rumors, but I well know that evil lurks all around us. I wish to see retribution. I come across a heresy surprisingly often these days. Indeed, dark times are upon us. The wretched souls grow even more eager to embrace heresy, both on Footfall and elsewhere. Its foul buds are coming into bloom. Troubling news is arriving from many planets. There are whispers of wicked things taking place on Kiva Gamma. And just recently, a transport ship by the name of Navicia, teeming with refugees, arrived on Footfall from Winterscale's realm. Their world was stricken with blasphemous sedition, and such was its severity that it had to flee to save themselves. The liege refused to accept them, so they headed for Foul Soul, a desolate cloister for the righteous. It was wise of them not to linger in this den of vileness. And you didn't go with the liege with this matter? I do not walk the paths pleasing to the liege, he frowns. Vladium is weak and riddled with worms on his inside. He seeks to please his cabiscus Casbalica masters, those peddlers of relics of unholy Xenos. Sorry, I'm on my, I'm on the, a little balance board. That's why I'm, like, wobbling a little bit. It's quite nice, I'm not gonna lie. I really like it. So, that sucks. You can kind of see that up there. Dude. There we go. Alright, that's okay. It cuts off the top of my hair, I don't care. We will verify this rumor, Reverend. With great pleasure, she lays her hand on her weapon. I almost wish the rumor to be true. My heart yearns for battle, to battle some heretics. This is where I bid you goodbye, sister. Noble hope. Is there more you wish to talk about? I have a question about faith. My servant planted the seeds of faith in the heart of another rogue trader once, Incendia Cordia. Perhaps you are destined to become my second fledgling. Tell me about her. Have you heard of Aspia Cordia? Pirate, blasphemer, xenophile. Guilty as charged. And egregious apostate? Incendia is her heir. A rarity among rogue traders. The protection of the holy warrant typically leads to swift atrophy of conscience and pious dread. But not in Incendia's case. She relentlessly hunts down pirates and firebrands and brings rebelling colonies to repentance, establishing strict discipline. The weight of her wrath is great indeed. The colonies she punishes are girded with orbital rings of heretic corpses as a warning to those survivors. That is a great idea. As her personal confessor and guide, I find no end of joy to her triumphs and faith brings to me. Her intolerance is worthy of respect. It is good you realize this. It may be difficult to admit, but mercy is a weakness and a gateway to degradation. Funnily enough, it's actually true in this universe. Pray to him, destroy his enemies. Okay, sorry, I accidentally clicked the wrong one. What's the proper way to worship the Emperor? Destroy his enemies and touch not their poison gifts. Cast aside all doubt and be vigilant against the weak souls beside you. When you see a sign of taint, burn it away without pity. Pain is good. It tears the crust of vileness from one's soul. And remember that if you see no fault in you or around you, then you are not being diligent enough in your search. Or you are being too lenient on yourself and averting your eyes from the truth. Tell me more of the Emperor. You think it's so easy to put into words his essence and splendor? The Emperor is the perfect deity that reads our hearts and grants us his light. He led humanity out of darkness and horror. He created our great home. He experienced torment and pain, which only made him stronger. That is the lesson to all of us. Purity is not to be found at the bottom of the dirtiest hive or in golden palaces, but only among the ranks of those who suffer. Argentia silently makes the sign of the Aquila, her bright eyes burning with unyielding flame. The priest speaks the truth, as wise as a spinner would. Cabela uses her blade to reopen a recently healed ritual wound on her hand. As we accept the Undying One's blessing, so we must accept pain, for it brings us closer to him. Harmonious looks at Cabela calmly, without fear that you have seen in many, and he quietly says, "A spinner of the blood-spun web. People have mentioned your cult to me in their confessions. My mission does not approve of your barbaric ways, which too often cross the line. And yet we respect the depth of your devotion to him." Nice. The Emperor's servants, who are they? You speak of the Adeptus Ministorum? Well, these heralds of his words hold great power. Every priest, myself included, is part of its hierarchy, and the ecclesiarchy possesses the unique right to judge what is virtuous and what is malign. The Adeptus Ministorum prays and cares for the temples. It sends missions, such as my own, to every corner of the dominion of humanity. and it fights against the heresies. Damn, dude. I don't understand why iconoclasts and heretics... Never mind, I shouldn't say that, because that's it's like because on the you know, the light side dark side thing that you've got, demonic, dogmatic, and heretic, iconoclast is on the heretic side of the bar. And I was like, well, why is that? Because I mean, you can want to save people but not be you know, a douchebag about the religion. And then I forgot, no, that's yeah, it's pretty much the same thing, except you're not explicitly evil, right? May the Emperor bless his faithful servants. You think his mercy extends that far? I have seen many who wish to be our shepherds. Power clouds their vision, and their greedy hands scoop up all that they can reach. The ecclesiarchy is long overdue for a cleansing. Ah, man. I like this guy. Many would consider your remarks about the ecclesiarchy to be heretical, and many others would find them truthful. I am a preacher of a radical teaching that renounces fear. I've left the bounds of the blessed Imperium to carry his light into the darkness of the frontier. I've come to know depravity firsthand, and am now able to perceive it under any guise. I think I can afford myself a modicum of truth. And who is the enemy? It has three faces. The inhuman Xenos, who wish death upon us simply because they are unlike us. The pitiful subhuman mutants, abominations that wish death upon us because of the envy. They envy us and are ashamed of themselves. And the arch enemy that resides within the immaterium, which wishes death upon us, its very nature. That reigns in the immaterium, which wishes death upon us by its very nature. There you go. Thank you. Think nothing of it. And what are you doing on Footfall? What am I doing in the dens of blasphemers, pagans, and the vilest of souls, you mean to say? Well, Footfall is the first and last stop in the Chronos Expanse. It is the point of arrival for those who have just started their path, and it is also where those who are reaching its very end return, their souls wounded and bleeding. I embrace both the former and the latter, so they may cast an honest eye over their impurity. Furthermore, rumors from across the entire sector amass on Footfall. If I hear a crewman whispering about reclaimed Shrine World or expressing desire to carry the Emperor's light into the darkness among the stars, I help my flock in this sacred duty. Devoted trailblazers need assistance, both spiritual and material. Tools, equipment, even garments, and simple everyday items. Anything that might help pilgrims on their long journey and during the first days of the harsh frontier life is worth its weight in gold to us. May any help you offer the effort of gathering such blessing. May any help you offer to the effort, of gathering such things be a blessing. All right, be blessed. The path of true believers leads into the darkness, to search for worlds that have lost his radiance, steeped in depravity. Blessed are the deeds of those who give themselves into the void and the warp in hopes that their actions might bring light at the darker reaches of the expanse and deliver previously barren world into the Imperium's service. He is silent for a few seconds, and all the more bitter is the realization that not all brave soul will succeed in their mission. Footfall still awaits news of the Wasteland Wayfarer, an ancient ark of a ship headed for the distant stars. Her last astropathic message was sent from beyond the Cernius Malefactum, and the stars have kept her fate secret ever since. Nice. Got another one. Quests, baby! I bear another darker duty. The expanse is filled with the tainted creations of unholy heretics. These insidious objects are a danger to the soul, but I know what to do with them. Should you on your travels come upon dangerous corrupted objects, bring them to me, and the reward for your vigilance will be even more generous. The Drusian mission has much to share with the rogue traitor. Oh yeah, I'd like to take a look. What do you have to offer? Here we go. Let us see. Oh, it's like that, is it? Nice. Okay. Enforcer helmet. Dogmatic follower. Let's see. All targets of taunting screams suffer negative 10 penalty to their willpower. Okay, that's cool. Onslaught. Instantly increase movement points by 6 and grants 2 charges of the slash ability, yet reduces weapon skill, ballistic, and perception by 15 at the start of the next user's turn. Grants 15, but I'm taking that. Bonus to Lore Imperium. I'll absolutely take that. Bloodhound Staff. Devastating. The first use of an attacking navigator power per turn does not set the power on cooldown and does not count toward the attack limit per turn. The second use of this power, or use of a different attacking navigator power on the same turn, deals an additional 6 damage to all targets and 6 direct damage to the navigator. Okay. We're absolutely going to take that. I don't really want Onslaught. Cannot be parried or dodged. Wow. Elite Chainsword. That's some damage, baby. Sanctified Staff. Emperor's Wrath. The wielder of this staff with a power level of 12 gains Emperor's Wrath ability. Also available as a heroic act. What the fuck? 4 to 8 damage. Everyone adjacent to the target suffers. This attack to allies is reduced by the target's resolved. Wow, it gives 15 willpower and 10 fellowship. Holy shit. That's kind of crazy. Yeah. Um... 15 bonus to damage against enemies that dealt damage to the wearer this round. Crack grenade. Nice. 40 armor pin. Look at the damage on that. Small thing. Heavy bolter. Requires strength 60. Only does 6 to 10, but it has 8 rate of fire. Holy shit. Why would you ever single shot this? That seems kind of... All right, well, let's go ahead and see what we can do for them. Holy gifts. Uniform kit. That's $12.50. Oh, wow. That's a lot. 5,000. Okay. Damn, dude. Ship components. So fuel is 100. I don't know why they're like over. I guess it's because each piece is kind of... It's like that one's at 116, right? Damn, dude. Not even at level 1. That won't even be enough. Look at that. That's crazy. Not even enough. Wow. Okay, that's fair. We'll just leave it there then. Forcer helm. Oh, we have a target designator. I forgot about that. We'll give it to you. Lowers their and applies an exploit till the end of combat. Stacks 3 times. And you're immune. So I think I'm just gonna give it to him and make him immune to fire. We'll just do that. Yep. So she'll get +5 willpower with this one. Nice. I guess we'll just add that to cargo. Oh yeah, and let's give her her new bolter. 10 to 16. Oh, dude. And it has more ammo. Nice. She's the only one with flame proficiency, so we'll add that to cargo. I thought the flame thing was cool, but it feels kind of meh at this point. Because I've missed enough times where I'm like, yeah, how about no? How about no? All right, we're gonna grab stems on this guy. Bam. Bada bing. Bada bang. Bada boom. I'm gonna add that to cargo. Add that to cargo, and we're just gonna let that go. All right. Everybody's full up on grenades. Tell me about yourself. Neither my past nor my present hold any secrets, but take heed when gazing into my heart, for many dark thoughts lurk within. What is troubling your heart? Bad omens. Dark times have come. Ships from the Imperium barely appear in the Kronos Expanse anymore. In Footfall's shadow quarters, taint thrives, and the people here are corrupt enough to succumb to it gladly. Rumors around the Expanse say that the accursed Xenos have grown bold and are rearing their heads. They attack ships and settlements, walk under the suns of the Imperium worlds like kings instead of cowering in the shadows. What next? What adversities await us if such disgrace happened already? There's more and more talk of how poorly things are going in the Expanse. Some days it seems I can't take 2 steps without hearing some peasant pontificating on the matter. Even if it is as dire as they say, the Von Valencia's realm will not crumble under the blows of fate, no matter how devastating. Chin up, Lord Captain! There's no time to lose heart and lament your lot. No shit, right? Not only is your hope false, it is also dangerous among his servants. There have been people of greater integrity who have sullied themselves in attempts to rise above the rest. Who were you in the past? A wretched fiend, blinded by ambition. I served in my home planet's Adeptus Administratum's division. I was a shrewd and sly bureaucrat, and I soared to great heights, to the very chair of prefect. In 30 years, I turned my home from a withered fringe colony into a prosperous world. Our wealth grew as we bloomed. But the bloom was the veneer for rot. Opulence had depraved us, and luxury had seduced us with sordid promises. The planet's Dizians no longer wished to pray or work. They only sought entertainment and dangerous philosophies. 1,000 vile heresies and 1,000,000 appalling vices bred on my world like mold on a Nutribar. In those days I saw with my own eyes the shameless ugliness of the soul. I repented of my hubris, left the position of prefect, and became a traveling missionary. I have been one ever since. As for my world, 20 years later, the Holy Inquisition consigned it to purifying flames. The Emperor's merciful for allowing your chance at redemption. Who said that I had redeemed myself? I doomed an entire planet to degeneracy. You think a decade or two of wandering with a mission is enough to atone for that? No. I'm a poor excuse for a shepherd in his eyes. Your words are about the past are drowned in murky hues of sickly green, and your talk of the present falls in gray flakes of ash upon your shoulders of your listeners. Sorrow truly weighs heavily on you, Reverend. And that is why the fire in your words is devoid of golden radiance, and faded flickers of teachings leave nothing but black soot in their souls. Ooh, damn. Damn. I'm surprised you had any to begin with. Okay, alright, I'm out. I basically sold him all my shit. Didn't get nowhere, so let's go on. Let's get on out of here. So blocked passage, eh? Aristocrat. Nice. Just whiplash that bad boy over. Skadoosh. Overgrown weeds, former places, temples have
Let
been
us
overrun with
walk
shabby
this path to the end.
Ooh. More things. Cogitator.
Success is an irrefutable certainty.
Was that nothing? That just repair it and that's it? Suspicious prowler? What the fuck? Ooh. All allies in a two-cell radius around the wearer gain 40% bonus to resolve from unyielding beacon ability instead of the original bonus. Okay. Let's see how they do this. Dude, they are moving. Like, I love having all this stuff just for myself. What do we got here? Oh, to the Liege's Palace. Okay. Definitely we need to go here.
Blatantly at that. And the Ordo Xenos is in no hurry to rectify the situation.
Apparently not. Is that him? That's him, isn't it? Alright, let's save it. The Liege, my patience. You remember the way out. Dismissed. The tall man in a gray clothes makes a show of looking past the woman he's addressing. Okay then. Vladium! What Aziz put such harsh words in your mouth? You talk like an imperial clerk, not one of us. The woman who is standing with her back to you lets out an ostentatious sigh, then her tone changes dramatically. Where's my cargo, Vladium? Falco has it, doesn't he? So that's how you do business with your old friends these days? So you don't remember? Then the help will remind you. Guards, escort her out. The Herde move. No, it's Hey Derry, move. The massive guard leans down to the woman and says in a lowered voice, Jay, get going while he's letting you. Go drown your sorrows at the Damascus and thank your lucky stars you were able to walk out that door. You won't get the chance next time. Damn. First an insult and now threats. I see courtesy and tact are no longer valued. Commodity on footfall. Oh well. Find myself a better deal. She turns on heel and heads towards the exit. As she passes you by, she gives you a quick once-over, winks at you, then immediately turns away and flips her jet black hair. With a flip of her jet black hair. Okay. Tall man who has long since noticed your presence is studying you intently. Vladium Tokara, Liege of Footfall. Let us please proceed to my office and spread befitting a visitor of your rank is waiting. Your entourage will be accommodated nearby. Certainly. While you engage in small talk, you get a chance to take a measure of Liege Tokara. His expression is aloof and focused, his gesture curt and firm, his speech calm and quiet, as though he's used to people always listening to what he says. Judging by his observant gaze, he has been studying you in turn this whole time. Volume straightens in his chair and says in a polite but completely indifferent tone, Let us talk business. On behalf of the elite of Footfall Station, I offer you my condolences, Lady von Valencius. We mourn Lady Theodore's loss, and we hope this sentiment is taken as a sign of good intentions and willingness to cooperate. Thank you, Liege. A terrible loss for all of us. I hope under your guidance the dynasty can recover from this blow and attain even greater power. Ooh, he's smooth one, ain't he? Smooth! I am impressed by your prudence, your decision to arrive at Footfall incognito without announcing either the death of the previous rogue trader or your own status. It was quite wise. The rumors will spread sooner or later. It's impossible to keep a secret of something that's known to thousands of people serving on a void ship. But for now, you are free to reap the benefits of an anonymity. I wonder if he would have chastised me for coming announced. As you may have noticed, Footfall is currently in a state of crisis. Its people would benefit from the patronage of a figure such as yourself. Yes, I was attacked, right at the docks, no less. An outrageous stunt. Hang on a second. What? Fucking Windows. Like, literally, minimized my entire desktop on my second computer to tell me they're not supporting Windows 10 anymore. Thanks, Microsoft. An outrageous stunt, a show of disrespect for both you and me. Sadly, such incidents on Footfall are akin to natural disasters, impossible to predict or preempt. They simply happen. Many consider Footfall to be a pirate den, but believe me when I say there's a difference between organized crime and gangs of thugs who have nothing to lose. You were attacked by the latter. The Anvers are a gang of punks who spit on our customs and hierarchy. Even their leader is more akin to an ideologue, a rabble-rouser who calls for people's heads. Not a commander. Sooner or later we will find him and have him strung up. That will likely cool his followers' enthusiasm. If you pay me, I might bring him to you. Awareness test. Behind the carefully built facade of composure, you sense anger. It appears this man is not used to losing control, but that's exactly what is happening. Wow, I still get to benefit from her thing? That's cool. I kind of want to say this, but it's not my style. I'm sorry for the loss of your assistant. What? Your words seem to perplex him for a moment, but his face remains cold. On that, yes. Her death was a regrettable development. Who's the woman your wardens threw out? His expression hardens and he makes a frustrating gesture. A dead woman walking. Some, however, still call her Jay Haydari. Small-time hustler with big ambitions that will lead her to a sticky end. The Lore Imperium test succeeded. Is that me? That's me, right? It's strange. A small-time hustler, even particularly audacious one, wouldn't likely quarrel with a public figure as important as the Liege of Footfall. What seems stranger still is that the Liege knows the small fry by name. She is irrelevant. Since I am the one in control of the station on Footfall, I can speak on behalf of all its noteworthy residents. And what's the situation in this region? Troubling. Xenos raids are growing more frequent. Trade is suffering. The fringe worlds are going under. Rumors of atrocities being committed by enemies of humanity are causing excessive panic due to their exotic nature. The core of the Imperium forces, the Kronos Expanse. The core of the Imperium forces in the Kronos Expanse has departed for sectors' borders to combat the Xenos threat. There has been no word of them for a while now. Then again, the distance to the current issues with the distance and the current issues with astropaths, that is not entirely out of the ordinary. Still, we are not yet alone. For several of the worlds hit by Xenos attacks, we receive reports of fierce warriors who descended from the sky and entered the fray. The fragmentary accounts lead me to believe that the blessed Adeptus Astartes are operating the Kronos Expanse, and I await news of victories of great anticipation. Wait news of their victories with great anticipation. Have there been any Xenos attacks on Footfall? No, there haven't. Attacking Footfall in general is not a particularly reasonable thing to do. Many ships are docked here at any given time, and even the listed weapons on board them would make for a decent fighting force. And that's not even to mention the firepower of our